Hey guys, welcome to video 4, or I guess chapter 4 of the intro to arrays, the Explorer card for Arrays 101 on Leetcode. In this chapter, we're going to go through a very simple concept. It's array capacity versus length. In JavaScript, you don't necessarily have to worry too much about array capacity because you don't necessarily have to instantiate the number of the size of the array when you create it. And then the length is basically, okay, how big is my array, right? But in Java, you have to instantiate this number here. Actually, I don't even know if you have to or you don't. But this, whatever you instantiate, it's the array's capacity. So basically, this DVD array, you can only fit 6 DVDs into it. That's its capacity. Versus its length, it's basically how many items in that array is non-empty or is used, and that's it. So like in this example, you instantiate an integer array of 6, but you only enter 3 items into it. So the capacity is 6, but the length of the actual array, what's actually used, is only 3. So if you can understand that, don't worry too much about kind of everything else. And handling array parameters. Oh, it's just basically parameters here inside of a function. Okay, so let me kind of just use the code here to talk about it. So we're going to talk about capacity, length, and then let's say array, and then array parameter as a parameter. So array capacity, don't really worry about that too much in JavaScript. But let's say I had a ABC, and that's how you basically instantiate it. And JavaScript, the language, is smart enough to be able to just add arrays dynamically. And I think there is a syntax here that you could do like new array and like instantiate with a 3 like this. But honestly, nobody really uses this. And I'm sorry for the people that actually do and prove me wrong, but I've never used this syntax when I'm coding. So don't even worry about that. Unless I'm wrong, I guess. But honestly, I think from the beginner standpoint, just worry about this. This is how you instantiate array. And there's no such concept as array capacity. So let's not even worry about that. So I'm just going to do a simple for loop. And I'm going to add 5 things in. ABCI equals to, wait, is that right? Yeah. ABCI equals to I. 3 times 2. And then I'm just going to print out the length. And that's pretty easy. All the array length, to get an array length, all you have to do is get your array, put a dot right beside it, and then put in dot length. That is it. So if I run this code, I'm going to get 5, right? So see, 5, and this is everything that's in it, 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. And I think what they're saying here as an array as a parameter is another thing, which is talking about functions. So before I think I'm going to stop it right here, just so we divide it into, it's basically array capacity, don't worry about that, and array length is basically your array and then a dot length. And this for loop was just a faster way for me to say, hey, inside of this ABC, enter 5 numbers from 0 until 5, and then, or basically 5 indexes, and for each single index, multiply that index by 2, and that's what you get.